Morning. So this is a little catch-up video really. I haven't got a great deal of tinkering to do. Real life's getting in the way. I have got a tinkering video in process, but it's basically incorporating the Land Rover and finishing the drive off in one. However, I got a problem with the stone delivery. They delivered the wrong ones, so I've now got a week's wait. So that video is half finished. I'll then drop that out once I've actually finished it. You'll see what I mean when that drops. So this is just a real catch-up. All I've got to do today is do something on the Mrs.'s modern car, which is probably not really interesting for the channel, but I just thought I'd use it as an excuse to say hi. When we had a MOT in January, they remarked that the front tyres were 25% worn and would we like a new set? And I said, so that means there's 75% left then? No, we don't. So checking them, we thought it was a wise plan to just swap them front to rear, because the rears are quite deep and the fronts are still, you know, they've still got a fair bit of tread on them. So I'm just going to swap them over just to even them off a bit. And yeah, nothing much, so turn off now if you don't like modern cars. Right, so my drive isn't the best. It's tilts to one side. So I've got a wheel chock under it, it's in gear, handbrake on. I've got two trolley jacks, one under the front passenger, one under the rear driver. And they're literally an inch off the ground. I'm going to zip these off really quick, swap them over, do the other sides. So we've got an issue, which is these wheels have never been off the car. It's just 3 and a bit years old, still on the original tyres. Done about 26,000 now, and the alloy has obviously reacted to the brake drum, so I'm going to have to batter it. Right, well, hitting it hasn't worked. I'm going to try a bit of penetrating and see what we can do. So, fingers crossed. Right, because I can't get it off without going under it now, I've added 2 axle stands. As I say, I appreciate axle stands is usually good practice, but I wasn't planning on going under the car. So I can at least try and kick it off now. You missed that, but first kick and it came off and I hadn't pressed record. Right, a little comparison front to rear. They're the rears, they're the fronts. Still plenty on them, but obviously we'll square them off a bit on the back, and then it'll just get 4 new tyres all at the same time, I presume, but probably somebody else will own it by then. Right, they're back on and swapped over. I put a bit of grease on the back of the wheels so that that doesn't happen again. Obviously I'm not bothering filming all this, nobody's interested in modern cars surely. Right, so one thing I will do this time is try and get the back wheel off before I do the front one. I'll also show you how loose they are from you know, wherever. You can literally, I know there's a lot of leverage on this, and I suppose they're torqued up correctly, but I was quite shocked how loose they are. You've got to lean on them till you fart, ain't you? There you go. This isn't an impact driver, by the way. It's just an adapter on a drill. So use farting about. Yeah, these back ones are on, aren't they? So same again, get a bit of spray on it. Same as last time then, I've got an axle stand under it now. I'll try hitting it first. It's not having it. Yeah, so as I say, I appreciate this isn't very interesting, but due to me being out in the van for the last few days as much as I can, trying to shake it down before we go away, cars have sort of took a back seat. As I say, I am halfway through a Land Rover video, but at the minute that'll have to wait till the drive's finished, hopefully Thursday. You can probably see here, these were the front ones, how sort of cracky and scuffy they're going on the outside. Power steering for you. Glasses on because I've just been reading the tyre pressures. I expect the tyre pressure management system, whatever it's called, to now have an epi fit, because the tyres on the front are now in effect bigger than the rears. Pressures all round are 34, which I think is quite high, so I'm going to consult the book and see if they should be. Right, we're just off for a quick round the block to make sure the tyre pressure management system thing doesn't have a dicky fit. Tyre pressures all round should be 35, which I find extraordinary in a little car like this, but they've got 34 all round in, which is close enough for me. I ain't going to fart about for an extra £1, as I say. So we've now got the fronts on the back and the backs on the front diagonally swapped, like we used to do in the olden days, girls and guys. But we can't swap the spare, we can't do a 5-way swap unfortunately, because it's a silly space saver in this, which is crap. But yeah, looking at the shoulders on the ones that were on the front, with it being power steering and front wheel drive, they're definitely showing signs of scrubbing. So as I say, it'll enable us to get a bit more life out of them. The tyres themselves are going to be 3 years old, 3 and a bit years old, because they were on the car from new. We had the car it was about 11 months old when we had it. And as I say, not wanting to be a tightwad, summer coming up, tyres are, shall we say, less important in the summer than in the winter. So swapping the backs to the front will get us a few more months out of them, and like I say, this car will probably be gone certainly before the winter, I'd imagine. So why put tyres on it? Can't see the point paying money out for it. It's just finding a replacement really. She wants to stay with a Kia. She likes Kias. They've stopped making the Venga, doesn't want anything bigger than the Venga really. The Stonic is only available in a petrol. So we may have to go petrol or hybrid, I'm afraid. I think the diesel days are numbered. You can still get a diesel Sportage, but they're just way too big. We don't need anything like that. Anyway, all looks good, no lights on, so I'll wrap this up, because I must have said a million times it's not very interesting doing modern cars, but I just wanted to catch up really. As I say, there will be something coming up Land Rover wise and finishing the drive wise, but could be a week away yet. Stone's not here. So yeah, I'll catch you when I catch you. If you didn't read the community tab, due to the success, shall we say success, I enjoyed it, seemed to be a fair few viewers of the live stream, I've decided to do a live on the last Wednesday of every month, as long as I've got a topic to talk about and it doesn't fall when I'm on holiday or anything. So last Wednesday, this is, what is it today, the 10th of April maybe. So last Wednesday of April, I think is probably around the 30th. It's quite late on. I'm sure you can check that, or I'll put it under here now. So all being well, we'll do a live on the last Wednesday of April. Think of some topics. Could discuss things like MOT exemption and tax free and stuff like that. That's a hot topic. I've just waffling now, but I might as well. I've just registered the Allegro as MOT exempt. Had an MOT. It was exempt when I got it, as you know. I put it through an MOT, and I've done 1,000 miles since then, and I know it inside out now, so I'm going to do every other year for a real MOT. I think that's fair enough. So yeah, I've just taxed it for another 12 months. It's still got an MOT for about 3 weeks, but then it's MOT exempt. And then the insurance is due on the 1st of May. So we'll insure that again, and hopefully we'll get out and about. But as I say, apologies for lack of car content. Quite rightly, I've been playing with the new van. Once we were allowed out on the 12th of April, no, not the 12th of April, the 29th of March, it was get some miles on the van. So I did that. So I've been out a couple of times. If you do follow the van channel, you'll see I've put a couple of videos on the van channel. But yeah, I'll catch you on this car channel as soon as I can. See you later.